All right, welcome to another episode of the Poddymouth podcast. I am one half of your host, Matthew Neal.
And I'm Justin.
And welcome to episode 5. We got a lot of great topics for you today. You ready to kick this thing off?
Yeah.
All right, like I said, we have a lot of fun, crazy, and great topics.
Ooh.
Justin,
What?
did you have a great Thanksgiving, by the way?
I did. I'm still full.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here's one thing. So for me, it's like Halloween goes straight to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Or not Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. Halloween goes,
Yeah.
to Thanksgiving, but more Christmas side, should I say.
No. Yeah.
Do you decorate for Halloween?
No.
Do you decorate for Thanksgiving?
No.
Do you decorate for Christmas?
No.
No, you don't decorate at all. Well, I more decorate for Halloween and then skip over Thanksgiving and go straight to the Christmas decorating.
Rude. No, you can't forget about Thanksgiving.
I'll see. Since I spend like so much time on like the cooking and all that stuff, I'm like I can leave the decorating out of it.
Well, you don't need to decorate for Thanksgiving, but you need to still celebrate it.
Yeah, no, we celebrate it. I mean, I've probably put on 3 or 4 pounds. But while we're on the subject of Christmas, I've got one word for you. Pornaments.
Oh, God. Here, let me pull this up.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so I was looking over through our topics today and going to my regular source, and I said, oh, this is definitely one that I want to cover. So there's a company, and I don't know if it's new or people have been doing this before, but they have...
I've seen these before.
Have you?
Yeah. There's one that's a leather daddy that I wanted.
What? A leather daddy that you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they...
Daddy issues.
So it looks like they have, all these different types of...
Big balls claws. Oh my God, Santa Claus on a shitter.
Here's the thing, I want to get into this business.
Pornaments?
Yeah, I want to make Mrs. Claus using a candy cane as a stripper pole.
Oh, good God.
And do like a bondage teddy bear.
That's a yep. They have Santa Claus that's ripped AF with big balls.
Yeah. So I've looked at. Did you see like a lot of the pictures?
I'm looking at
I've got a lot of them on my phone that sent to us for this podcast. Not just I just had them on.
Mm-hmm, sure can.
But do you see this reindeer? A red rocket reindeer.
Is that 2 elves?
Yeah, 2 elves basically getting it in doggy style.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Claus on Santa. Yeah, so we would call that a missionary mistletoe.
Oh, damn.
And then, just...
Why is it zoomed in?
I don't know. Maybe...
No.
Yeah, so pornaments. I am all here for them, but I wouldn't put them on my tree in our household. But I was thinking...
I would.
If you went to a place that... just say like you're doing a holiday party and you just saw their tree and there's pornaments, would you think twice about it?
No.
I think I'll sit back and say, okay, who exactly invited us? Let's look deeper into these and hopefully I didn't sign up for like a swingers party.
But why?
I feel like people who have pornaments and invite guests over,
yeah, you're not coming over.
Probably is like a swingers party,
I've been invited to those.
A swingers party? Did you have entanglements at the party? You did?
No.
Yeah,
Why-
I'm selfish. I like to keep mine to myself. You know what I mean?
More the merrier.
I've heard that, but that's more like for other situations. Like, I'm engaged, so like I said, I like to keep it, more to myself and appreciate everything that she has to offer, and I have to offer my beautiful fiance. But yeah,
Well, yeah, if I was in a relationship, yeah.
oh yeah, if you're single, you're
If
ready
I'm
to
single,
mingle.
it's like, hello.
Yeah, Pournaments dingle. So, let's just ask. Leave in the comments if you would, yes or no, have ornaments hanging up in your own household. So if you decorate it for Christmas,
If I
you
did.
would.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Which ones would you go for? Would you go for like the balls and stuff, or just like the doggy style
I
elves?
probably would not have the doggy style elves.
Is that too much, or I wonder how far is too far?
I don't know.
Here's the thing, it's the Poddymouth podcast, so a lot of things aren't like too far
True.
for us. So
Well, that's true.
yeah, if I didn't meet the beautiful woman and I was still single, I'm sure I would have them up on my tree. I don't know which ones I would, but I feel like if I have them up on my tree, I would get like the most egregious ones.
Egregious.
Is that the word? Egregious?
Aggressive?
I thought egregious meant like even more out there.
Well, it is sure out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard that word.
Yeah, I would definitely have Mrs. Claus.
It's kind of questionable with you saying these things because
I wish. Well, I just watched that movie Jingle Jangle, and so I wish that whatever Geronimo's, I don't know his name, Mr. Jingle. I wish that he could create an ornament with Mrs. Claus going up and down a candy cane as a stripper pole.
I'm sure he could. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie.
And then have Santa Claus with a present on his lap, but a hole cut in the box.
Oh, like a dick in a box.
Yeah. Elf on the shelf. Dick in a pic.
Oh, God.
And that's one of the reasons why we have to, every time I upload all of these to YouTube, I don't do age restrictions, but I do say, yeah, no, this is not for kids. Would you find a ornament in your glass?
No, it just looks like a bunny rabbit. I think I'm still high from last night again.
While we're on the topic of porn, so we spoke about police last week with the Krispy Kreme. And this is just going to be our quick segment of Cops Gone Wild. Because you have your work computer for, different things, especially as a police officer. You might be looking up, different cases, trying to figure out suspects and things. This police officer decided to, instead of, looking up things, I guess, that goes along with his work, he decided to look up basically images of porn.
Why would you do that at work?
On your work computer. And like I have a work computer that I bring like from home or from work and stuff to if I have things to do at work. But I also have a personal computer. So if I were to dabble, you good over there? If I were to, dabble into the pornographic websites.
I wouldn't be doing it on my work computer.
Right.
I'd be doing it on my phone in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'll do it on my phone or a personal computer. And by the way, since like at my work computer, I like my Google, I'm signed into my Google account.
Yeah.
On my work computer.
Yeah.
So, and on my phone, I'm signed into it.
Uh-oh.
So if, by chance I ever look at anything like that, I'm like, oh, I also probably need to sign out. Like that's how particular I am with it. Allegedly, if I'm looking at that. But this police officer, balls through the wall, said, yeah, screw all that protocol.
He was placed on paid administrative leave.
In other words, they're paying him to stay at home.
Because he looked at porn. Well, I'm in the wrong fucking career.
Like,
Jesus.
paid leave for something like that. Like, you're basically sending him home, paying him
To look at more porn.
to look at more porn. Like, is that a punishment? Is that a pornishment? I tried to make it work. I don't know.
It did not go.
There's a lot of things that
He
didn't go.
83 photos of an adult film actress on 25 different sites.
So it's like a porno stalker. It's
And
all
during one afternoon in June, records showed attempts to access 51 photos of a Hollywood actress on 14 different websites.
Good gracious. Yeah, so I feel like he would be the best detective or police officer ever if he put that much time into his regular work than trying to stalk and find pornographic images of a certain person. It says, is it a woman that he was looking at, by the way? Or guy?
Woman.
Yeah.
Actress.
Yeah. Still, just with that paid leave, it's like you're sending him home to...
These chairs are dangerous, by the way. I feel like I'm going to fall out of it.
Oh, gosh, you're fine. It's that Thanksgiving meal that makes everything seems a little more heavy. They're perfectly fine. I wonder, because he's a police officer, if he was looking up, like, bondage photos. You know, just because he always has handcuffs on him. And that would be so funny if he walked into the precinct and, like, accidentally brought the wrong cuffs and had, like, his furry pink ones.
Gross. Cole did clarify, however, that he enjoyed looking at some of the photos of local prostitutes.
Wait.
Which included nude images while trying to identify if any had been involved in the recent crime. He compared this to enjoying driving at high speeds to a 911 call.
I wonder, with his record, like, how many streetwalkers or night walkers, whatever they call them, that he brought in. And then...
This person's gross.
Yeah. And he only got, 3 weeks, you said, of paid leave?
Yeah.
Suspension. And then he, got demoted?
He remained in his role as a patrol officer as of Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which, this is older, so I don't know.
Yeah, so there you go for that blue wall. But, all right, so let's go ahead.
Stupid.
So this involves police, but let's go kind of into our next segment. We'll just call this whole segment of these next topics that we're covering. And let's just call it bad decisions. So there's basically a guy, and like I said, police are involved. So he's basically like tearing up like a store and whatnot. And the thing that he is looking for is his dope pipe.
Is this even a topic?
Oh yeah, that's one I was getting to.
Oh.
Yeah, I just switched those two around. That's it. Yeah, so I just wanted to keep on the subject of the police involvement. So there's a guy who's basically looks like he was outside, like in the parking lot, and then goes inside and just causing massive damage. Estimated
$7,000 worth.
Yes, estimated $7,000 worth of damage, looking for his dope pipe.
This dude looks like he would.
And
dope.
When the police come, he actually tells the police what he was looking for, which is very, very weird to me. I feel like a lot of people more lie to the police, especially if it's something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so the police come. He tells the police that he's looking for his dope pipe. And after causing over $7,000 in damages, when the police search him, guess where the pipe was found?
On him.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So
ridiculous.
The dope pipe is found on him after. So That's why I wanted to start this story off with the bad decisions segment of ours, because it's a bad decision to cause all that damage, to actually tell the police the truth. Or maybe that's a good decision. I don't know. But if you're looking for a dope pipe, I feel like that's more in the category of a bad decision to have the police call and be like, yeah, I was looking for my dope pipe and I decided to destroy a lot of other things while I'm looking for it.
I can't sit in a chair properly. It's just not comfortable.
I wonder how long that position is going to last.
The whole time.
Really?
Yep.
I'm not that flexible. My knees are horrible. I could probably sit like that maybe 3 seconds if I could even get into that position.
This?
Yes.
Oh.
Good, Grace. Sometimes your facial reactions just crack me up and even get me off topic. Even when I'm in the middle of a rant. I didn't know that was possible for somebody to get me off the middle of a rant. You're so distracting sometimes.
I can't help it. Imagine living it.
Yeah, I get it. But
what were we talking about?
we were talking about this guy, this fool that decided to go ahead and tell the police what he was looking for after causing $7,000 in damages.
This chair.
Justin with his mental breakdowns over here.
I have one.
His chair breakdowns. You're about to cause, well, these chairs aren't $7,000, but you're about to cause $87.92 worth of chair damages. But at least you're not looking for a dope pipe.
This is true.
I think there's other things. There's a lot more important things. I wonder how much do dope pipes cost? I don't know why I'm asking you like you do it, but an estimate, if just off the top of your head, how much?
I don't know.
I feel like you can make them from home.
Probably.
Yeah. I feel like you can.
I don't even know what dope is. I only smoke the pots.
You only smoke the pots.
I don't smoke the pots. I eat the pots.
You eat them?
Yeah.
Have you ever smoked?
Yeah. It's just.
Is edibles better?
I like edibles better.
Does it make you hungry and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
The same?
Mm-hmm.
So are edibles you just eat them, but are they in food or they're edibles by themselves in what? What?
Yes, it's in food. You can do brownies or cookies, or I usually do gummies.
Like gummy bears? And it's just the THC or whatever in the gummies?
Yeah. It's so good. Or, last night I had Nerds Rope.
The edible nerds rope?
Mm-hmm. So good.
I guess that makes sense because every time with THC and marijuana, I guess you get hungry anyway, so it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone.
No, you do not want to keep eating this.
Well, yeah, that makes sense too. I was watching what's that show, Young and Hungry, when she had her interview and made the edibles and had to try them. I'm like, oh, bad idea. But okay, somehow we got lost again.
On pot.
Oh, what?
On pot.
On pot, yes. Well, I didn't get lost on pot. I don't do any of the devil's drugs. I don't partake of the devil's lettuce.
I do. All the time.
But this woman out in, I forget where she is, but she...
I'm sure you just don't even know where the hell it is.
I'm just going to say Manchester, but I know I'm totally off. But while we're on the subject of pot, I think that this woman may have been on pot or something like that.
She's in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yes.
Over in New Jersey.
Manchester.
I don't know. I don't know why that just popped in my head. It's fine, though. But this lady over in New Jersey, and what she's she's a member of the board for basically our educational system.
In New Jersey.
So...
She went to the bathroom?
Yeah, so basically, here's the thing. We talked about Jeff Tubin, I think, on our first, or Tubin on our first and second episode. And I don't understand, like, this technology. I understand, like, a lot of older people don't know how to, work with our technology. But this is more common sense. If you are on a Zoom call or a Zoom conference and you have to pee or relieve yourself, you don't need to take your laptop or device that you're Zooming on with you.
No.
This has nothing to do with technology. All you have to say is, hey guys, I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. But no. She decides to take her laptop during the middle of her meeting and relieve herself. She gets back to the meeting and kind of wasn't brought up until the vice president of the board's like, yeah, we're over here trying to work while you're relieving yourself. So since she was a board member, I guess she couldn't be voted out, but she did put in her letter of resignation. Well, I was close. Like, I almost fumbled it. Like, the ball came out of my hands, but I grabbed it back. The balls came out of my hands. Pornaments. But I don't know. I just don't understand how there's so many Zoom incidents.
I don't either. Like, put it on pause.
Right.
Or leave it alone.
Like, I've been on phone calls and I've had to pee.
I've answered, though, FaceTimes while pooping. My friend Kelly calls me all the damn time.
It's a FaceTime and it's one-on-one. It's not like a board meeting. It's a one-on-one.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Right. Or sometimes even if I'm on the phone call, like, hey, you might hear someone in the background.
Yep.
I just don't want to hang up.
Yep.
So just, you can keep talking and there's just going to be, a R. Kelly theme song in the background. I believe yeah. And I might even turn on the sink water, but then again, it's just, that might be overdoing it because they already know what I'm doing anyway.
Well, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to. Every once in a while I will, just so it sounds like the sink, if I haven't told them. Because sometimes I'm just like, I just got to go. And like, I don't want to interrupt them while they're talking to be like, hey, gotta, go pee. I'll just,
put it on mute.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't do that either. Now, the worst things is when I think it's all I have to do is pee. And then I'm like, uh-oh. There's a little reaction back here.
Well, sometimes when it rains, you get a little thunder.
Milk, lemonade around the corner, fudge is made. And yeah, some days the fudge is being made. I'm like, oh, well.
Oh, factory's on. It's out running.
Have you ever been on the phone with somebody who's taking a poop? Like on the other side?
Yeah, but I'm usually the one that's always pooping.
Yeah, I take calls wherever I am.
I'm always on the toilet.
Yeah.
No, not always, but.
Not always, but it's so funny when the other side, like you're on the phone and they don't tell you, and then you just kind of hear that bloop, bloop. Like, whoa, hey, what you doing? What you doing?
Hear that.
What's going on over there? Like, oh yeah.
No.
My thing is, I answer phone calls, and I feel like most people have my phone.
Remind me to never call you.
What?
I said, remind me to never call you.
Why?
Because I don't know where you're going to be.
We might both be taking a dump.
This is true. True.
Then we can compare the sounds.
No. Stop.
No?
No.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Good God.
The only thing is when people call me or like FaceTime and I am like taking a poop, like peeing, that's small stuff. Taking a poop is because like I talk to myself a lot while I'm pooping. And so it's just like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we still, ready to hang out this Friday? I'm like,
talk to yourself about your shit.
Yeah.
Self-motivation.
Yeah.
You can
like,
do
come
it.
on, push it. But no, like I'll talk to myself like when something's like out of the ordinary
Oh
when I'm
my
pooping.
god.
I'm like, so it's, just be on the phone conversation. It's like, hey, yeah, you still want to hang out Friday, whatever, and then you'll just hear me like, whoa, when did I have corn or something like that? Or wait, why is this green?
Oh god.
You ever have green poop? Oh, I think we talked about that before. Never mind. But yeah, and then that's when, especially because they don't know I'm pooping, and then it's like, whoa, dude, I can hang up and, call you back later. I'm like, it's fine. I'm already in a comfortable place, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, pooping is just, that's one of the best feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Pooping.
Sneezing. I love sneezing.
I don't like it.
Really?
Mm-mm. I feel like it just goes everywhere. It's like I can see it. For some reason, a lot of times when I sneeze, I don't close my eyes. And because I want to look and see like where everything is landing.
Well, cover your mouth. And
Do you cover your mouth when you sneeze? Like I do it like in public and things, but
like a normal person. Well,
and then you get it all on your shirt, and then your shirt's wet.
it's fine, Brenda. It's a little bit of goop from your new.
A little bit of goop. Just spread it out. That's where Corona came from. I don't know where it came from. This is a bat or something. Batman, you're in trouble. I see why the police were after you. Did the coronavirus start in Gotham?
No.
I don't know. Oh, I know where it started. Never mind. I do research. I just forget a lot of things. But back to the poopity poop.
Yeah.
I had something else for Matt's thoughts. Basically, why do they use PH instead of F? It's like, but I feel like we
Like
when we eat and swallow stuff, like that's it. But like I feel like we chew very well.
Depends on what's in our mouth.
Like corn. I feel like I chew my corn, but I wonder if like corn, when like after you eat it, it goes back into your stomach, finds the rest of its chewed up friends, comes back together, because it's like when I poop, there's just like,
Why are we talking about corn in your shit?
because we just like talking about corny shit. Or have you ever had ate watermelon and then pooped?
No.
And it's like the string,
I'm sure because I've had watermelon, but what?
like the little string that's in watermelon, like you poop, and it's like, oh, and then like you have to get it with the tissue and like pull it out. That is one of the most weirdest feelings.
No. The hell kind of top?
That wasn't even topic. We were still basically on the Zoom lady, the board member.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so somehow
watermelon shit? What the fuck?
Yeah, seeds and string. That's why I don't really care for watermelon.
I don't need watermelon that much.
No?
No.
It doesn't have much flavor. I'd like to put salt and soy sauce on it though.
No. Why?
Give it more flavor. Just regularly it just tastes like, well, up here in Minnesota, watermelon just doesn't really have a taste. So you have to kind of like enhance it.
But with salt?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, here's my thing is I would like to put salt on a lot of things. Like I don't want to just be in the hospital dying of nothing. Like I want some type of condition. You know what I mean? Condition.
Oh.
I don't want to just die of old age. Like diabetes, something like that. Diabetes, high cholesterol, something like that, All right, so while we're on the topic of bad decisions, even though we've basically jumped around, are you reading the next one?
Uh-huh.
So, bad decisions, we were talking about THC.
Never a bad decision.
Depends on where you work and where you live and, if you have to do a urine test, I guess. You have to poop now?
Yeah.
Do you need to take a break?
Nope.
How long can you hold your poop, by the way?
Not long.
Oh, usually like 4 to 6 hours.
That's bad.
I don't like pooping when I just have to poop. I like to hold it in and so I can just get like a splurge. I like to paint the walls. But Not even on the same subject of painting the walls. While we're still in our bad decisions segment, so
Segment, the whole fucking show is usually about bad decisions.
yeah, you're right. But I did split this kind of into 3 segments. So the first segment that we covered was the porn, the peeing, and all that stuff. But
It's not a bad decision.
no, I'm saying so. The first segment was the porn. Second segment is all bad decisions, which leads me into our next topic of basically there's a guy driving down the road. Um, by the way, when you're driving down the road, like when you see like the speed limit sign,
Uh,
how much like do you take that into mind?
I usually go about 5 over
That's the most.
10.
Yeah. The higher the speed, the higher over I allegedly go. So if it's like 35, okay, I might go 5 over.
Yeah.
55, 10 over. If it's like 65, with the flow of traffic, I'm probably hitting a nice 80. With the flow of traffic, though, I'm like, they can't pull us all over.
No. No, they can't.
Well, I don't know what sign this guy saw, but he decided to go over 100 miles per hour. That's the first bad decision. Over 100. I can't think of anything, unless you're a racer, that you need to be going that speed for. That or if like KFC closes at 8, it's 7:55, and your navigator or whatever says you're 6 minutes away. I understand that. Police should understand and give you a pardon for that. So that was the first bad decision, going over 100 miles per hour. Second bad decision is going against traffic at 100 miles per hour. So
That is scary.
yeah, it is.
That is terrifying.
I don't know how much, like how scary it was to him, because I feel like he's probably on something.
It was drunk.
Yeah, so it says he is a DUI suspect, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, 2 bad decisions, going against traffic, 100 miles per hour. Police stop him. Third bad decision. While we're, like I said earlier, with the guy trying to find his dope pipe, talking to the police, like most lawyers say, don't say anything because it can be used against you. He decided to go ahead and let the police know, first of all, I was dreaming, or I thought I was dreaming.
Yeah, I thought he was dreaming.
And second thing is, he thought that the police officers were trying to race him. Now, it does say he's a DUI suspect, but when I looked at the story, he did like a breathalyzer, right? It looks like he passed it, that there's no alcohol detected.
I didn't see that, but it says that he smelled strongly of alcohol and there was an open container
Yeah.
inside the car, and then they did a urine test and it indicated positive for methamphetamine.
I'm glad that you read that, because I was thinking in my head, I'm going to have to say that word. I'm glad that you said it for me, because I was like metamorphine. How do you say it again? Method man and who?
Methamphetamine?
Methamphetamines.
Just say meth.
Yeah, I'll just say meth. Let's break it down kindergarten style, Barney style. Let's just say meth. So, first of all, I don't understand how the breathalyzer didn't detect alcohol.
Did it say that?
Yeah, I feel like I read that. Don't quote me on that. I was kind of scanning through, but I feel like that was a part that I did see, is that it didn't detect alcohol. But let's just go with that. So if it didn't detect alcohol, you already, basically said, yeah, go ahead. You can check my breath and everything, which some lawyers would say is like a big no-no. But then, I guess you can lose your license if you don't.
You always want to say no.
But then can't you like lose your license or something if you reject the breathalyzer and stuff?
No,
and like
they have to prove it.
Yeah.
Because then I don't know, I've never been in this situation.
Yeah, field
Right
test, by the
movie.
way. I've had to do a field test. That whole ABCs, especially backwards.
I can't even. I can't do that. Period.
I know ZYX. That's about it.
I don't know.
And I have like a bad knee, so me even walking in a straight line. Like you should see my footsteps when I'm in snow. It looks like Bambi's mom.
Bambi,
That's what I said, right?
not his mom. Just Bambi.
Oh, Bambi. Yeah, that's right. A lot of times I just throw out stuff because I feel like I've seen enough, like
No.
or know enough. So
No.
it's Bambi. What happened to the mom then? Is there a mom? She died or something? She got shot?
Yes.
Oh, well, rest in
That's
peace
the
to her.
beginning of the fucking movie.
Then she reincarnates and becomes Rudolph. That's how that story, Christmas Story, is going to go in my head. By the way, have you seen A Christmas Story? The movie? I haven't ever seen it.
With a little BB gun.
I watched maybe about 7 minutes of it yesterday after I watched Jingle Jangle. By the way, in my personal opinion, top 5 Christmas movie. But I was like 7 minutes into Christmas Story and I turned it to, what's it called? What's that show with How to Get Away with Murder?
I love that show.
Yeah, I ended up turning it to that show, and then we went Christmas shopping at TJ Maxx, and I never got back to it. One of these days I'll watch it. I guess there's a kid named Ralphie,
Yep.
and there's a kid with glasses. Is that the same person?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember he was talking about a gun, so I guess the Christmas Story is supported by the NRA, maybe sponsored. I don't know. Have you? By the way, why we go back to watching like old classic movies? Do you turn off a movie if like when they get into like the production and stuff and you see that it's a Harvey Weinstein production? Oh, I turn it off for some reason. Like I'm like I just don't watch that movie anymore.
What are you talking about?
You know who Weinstein is, right? Oh, he's like that producer. He did tons of movies and he's basically like in jail now or prison for a lot of let's just say bad sexual acts. You haven't heard of Harvey Weinstein?
I think I don't know.
Oh yeah, just say yeah. He's not the greatest guy, and he's in prison for basically he's trying to use his power to allegedly, I guess the best phrase would be to sexually abuse women, or be like if you don't bow down to the royal peen, you'll never work again in Hollywood. He was one of those type of guys.
Gross.
Yeah. So I will watch A Christmas Story when it's about that time. So let's go ahead and go into our next topic of our bad decisions segment. So I look being in the military, like I have a lot of friends who were like in the motor pool, whatnot, and a lot of them became truckers. And I've had conversations with some. It's actually a good way to like see some of my old military friends because they have like at the super value up here, we'll have a drop off and like have a couple hours between loading and or unloading and loading. So I'll pick them up. Shout out to my guy Dowell, Brandon Dowell, by the way. But I've heard some of the stories. There's like, yeah, when we do get to rest stops, you know, there's the I don't know exactly what term they like to go by. Basically, let's just say they're like prostitutes at the rest stops. Have you heard that before?
No.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of times lady walkers at rest stops. Well, the guy in this case decided, you know what, I'm going to basically pull over. I think he had like some type of vehicle trouble. And maybe he just didn't have the opportunity to get to his next rest stop to find one of these women. Not saying that he was looking for them, but he was looking for something, and that something was to basically be able to bust off. Since he could not find a woman to bust off or in, let's just use that phrase. That's fine. I guess it's the Poddymouth podcast. He decided to
Oh my god.
get naked on the side of the road by his truck and basically milk himself. We'll just say milk himself. Make some stomach pancakes, some chest crepes.
God.
Um, this just kind of wows me because have you ever has your car ever broke down on the side of the road? Mine has, not the one I have now, but I've been in that situation or like a flat tire, something like that. My first thing, call AAA. If it's a flat tire, let's get to work on changing that tire. Do you know how to change the tire, by the way?
I do, but my car doesn't have a tire, like a spare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine, by the way, my car has so many, every time I look at my car, it's something else that I find. Like spare tire, then it has stickers, it has the little emblem that goes in the tire. For the brand of the vehicle, they have 4 replacement ones. There's a first aid kit in my car. But basically, my first thing is how do we fix this situation? How do I fix this flat? Do I need to call AAA? Is my battery dead? Do I need to charge it? That's all the thoughts going in my head. Not, I'm really horny right now. And I don't know how long AAA is going to be here. I don't even know if he called AAA. But his first thought was, I'm kind of horny and I want to bust on these bushes. And so this guy is on the side of the road, like I said, milking himself.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But then again, maybe he was under a lot of stress. Maybe he's going to be late for his next delivery. I've heard if you're late or something, they will the amounts you're supposed to be paid, they'll deduct some of that, if you're late or whatnot. So maybe he's you know what, I'm going to be late. I'm stressed. It's almost Christmas. I got these presents to buy. Let me go ahead and just relieve this stress. Here's the thing. You're a truck driver, though. You have a whole cargo in the back that you can go in. I guess he liked the cool air on his ornaments. Maybe that helps. I don't know what temperature, truckers like to, put their meat under mistletoe and create something. But even if that was my thought, and I'm AAA, they're going to be 30 minutes. They don't have stars. Is that not stars? OnStar. Never mind. Yeah, OnStar. But I'm going into the back at least. Nobody. It did look like it was nighttime, which would work better for me because I'm dark as hell. So nobody's going to see what I'm doing, I'm sure. And also, to get fully naked to do that. I'm sure, we're all adults here. We've, pulled our pickle before. I don't need to get necessarily bucket naked.
No.
Unzip, do your business.
Oh, good Lord.
Find something to wipe it on or, just let it dry up. Wherever, whatever, if you're standing or in the whatever position you're in, you dry tissue, whatever.
Shower.
Yeah, shower, let it go down the drain. Try not to step in it. Hopefully it's all out. Try to make it look like you're peeing if you live with somebody else. Or really, really washing that area. Just hey, I got soap in my hands. I'm really trying to get it clean. That's why it looks like I'm, pulling. I don't exactly know, but I feel like this is the same type of person that you go to a bar and go into the restroom and they pull their pants all the way down to pee.
I don't know why. Why do people do that?
I've done it a couple of times just on purpose. I don't usually do it, but...
Oh my God, it's so weird and startling when you walk around the corner into a public bathroom.
I do it every once in a while. Because usually it's, if just say there's 5 stalls, the first ones that should be taken up is, the far left, far right, and the middle. You always want to have one stall or urinal open. Unless it's crowded, then you do what you do. But sometimes I've went into a restroom and I'm sitting, I'm at a urinal. There's 3. I'm on the far left and there's a guy that will come in at the middle one. And so even just while I'm peeing, I'll just pull down my pants. Just, it might end up differently than what I'm trying to do. Hopefully not. But they usually will like hold their pee and then move over to the next one. Here's the thing, because everybody can't control their pee, and I don't know how much you've had to drink. I don't know like how heavy it's coming out, so I don't want it to come back like hit the like urinal and then splash back on me.
Gross.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I've done it before, just to kind of like make my point. Like, okay, move over. And then there's been a couple of people that didn't move over. I was like, okay, well, we're dealing with a serial killer here.
Jesus.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
No.
Do you follow like the regular skip one rule? Yeah.
Never have to pull my pants down.
The only time that I don't follow that rule is because like I'm 6'6". So if there's like high urinal, short one, or like high and then short, then I might just go ahead and leak, take a leak at the higher one, because I don't like to be like in that position trying to pee. You know what I mean? Like I don't like if I have to squat, it's for exercise or taking a dump. I don't like to squat when I'm trying to pee. Do you usually pee standing up? Or like even in your own place? Yeah, 90% of the time I sit down and pee. Just in case. Because a lot of things like mess up my stomach. So it's like the pee gets me in there, but what I really have to do is make some brownies.
Gross.
So, while we're still on our segment of bad decisions, I don't have children. You don't have children. And I know a lot of times in this society, people have children and they don't want to claim them.
Okay.
So there's this Nigerian playboy that shows up to a wedding. First of all, bad decision showing up to this wedding with what he has is 6 pregnant women. And the thing about this story, here's the thing. First, you show up to a wedding. That's supposed to be somebody else's special day. You should not bring attention to yourself. Like, I try not, if I go to a wedding, I try not to like outdress the groom. Just try not to draw tons of attention to myself. That's his first bad decision. Second bad decision to me is he proudly claims all of these kids.
Oh, he does. It says it in here.
Like, I don't know really if that's good or bad. I know like in our society, like if it's something to brag about or kind of be like, yeah, those aren't my kids. Like, I feel like me personally, I would be on Maury trying to, it's like, hey, let's make sure. But this guy is proudly saying, these are all mine. 6 different women, 6 different kids. He's basically signing up for child support across the board. Where me, I'm like,
I might shit my pants.
you about to shit your pants? Like, of course, I don't have kids. I don't want to have kids.
No.
But if there was like ever a chance that I could and I didn't, let's just, not to be rude, but like accidentally have a kid. Like, I wasn't wearing protection. I was out here being dumb, just like people that go out without having a mask on. I'm trying to. My first thing would be like, I'm trying to claim that it's not mine. Maybe tax season, like, he does kind of look like me. And then right after tax season refund, I'm like, but his teeth didn't grow in like mine, so I don't know. I wonder if there's parents out there who don't claim their kids until tax season, like claim it's their actual kid. Tax season come around, like, you know what, Brenda? I do remember that night, and I didn't have any protection, so maybe it's my kid. And then they get that refund, and it's like, but My hairline goes straight across, and he kind of has more like a oval type.
Oh my god, you were terrible. He refers to himself as Pretty Mike. So are you really that surprised?
Well, hopefully, Pretty Mike. Gosh, just think of how many Christmas presents he has to get, and like school and. But hey, if he's claiming all of his kids, great to him. He's doing what a lot of dads out here should do. That where they're actually his kids. Me personally, I wouldn't be out there just saying, I would be on Maury. There would be 6 episodes of Maury, or just like put me on the like a 6 hour finale. Put me up with Andy Cohen. Let's all read the results. Him or Maury. Other one. Andy Cohen's really good, by the way, at what he does.
This dude's gross.
Where's never mind. I'm not even going to ask where Nigeria is. It's over there somewhere. I feel like it's someplace warm.
Yeah.
Well,
do you know what continent it's on?
I'm gonna say Africa.
Correct.
There we go. I'm getting better and better. Somewhat.
Small step.
Honestly, I really know where it is because people that look like me are over there. Thought you were gonna go grab a map for a second.
A nap?
A map.
No. If anything, I'd be going to the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's keep on rushing, or not rushing, but let's keep on moving along with our bad decisions segment of the Poddymouth podcast. So,
all been bad decisions.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. we talk a lot about people's bad decisions like we don't have any. But
how does this happen?
So we were just talking about the trucker, like cars breaking down and everything. But while we're on the subject of cars, you've bought a new car before, I'm sure, in your life.
Yeah.
Or like a new to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever bought like a brand new car?
No.
I've never. I've bought used or like certified pre-owned. I prefer like just to buy it outright. But you pick out your car, you do your research, you make sure that the car salesmen aren't trying to F you up the butt, like with the prices. You talk to a lot of other people, you do your trade-ins, whatever. And you get really, really excited. I feel like every time you buy a new car, there's an excitement. The last vehicle that I bought, I was really excited. So you get into your vehicle, you just bought it, you're ready to drive it off the lot. Now imagine this. 30 seconds after you buy your brand new vehicle, you almost hit a police car and have to have your brand new vehicle impounded.
Because it wasn't insured.
By the way, I thought that you had to have insurance before you buy it. So I wonder, first of all, who did he buy it from?
Right? Because you're supposed to.
Is this in America?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was like, I don't know if it's like in some other place where you don't have to have insurance. But by the way, I want to be rich enough to where I can buy a vehicle and not have to have insurance. I think there's like, if you make over a certain threshold, you don't have to have insurance because you have enough money, I guess, to pay for the damages. I might have read that a while ago. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I just like going on Google sometimes and just reading like 25 facts that you don't know. And then like 18 of them aren't actually true. That's probably why I'll get myself in trouble sometimes. But yeah, so all the excitement, like you said, he doesn't have insurance, drives it off the lot 30 seconds within the purchase, he has to have it impounded. I don't think he went to jail or anything. I think he just had to have it impounded. I would try to sneak into the car dealership, like when they're closed or whatever, tear up all the paperwork, and then come back and say that I was just taking it on a test drive, and then this is what happened, so I don't have to be...
They're not. They're in the UK.
Oh. They're in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That just came to my head. I know that was a try and a fail again.
Yep.
No worries about that. But yeah, so like I said, I would tear up all the paperwork and just say that I was on the test drive. So then I wouldn't have to be responsible for that. You know what I mean? It probably doesn't make sense. A lot of things that I say don't make sense. That's just how my head works.
I don't really listen to what you say sometimes.
I understand it because I would probably fuck your mind up sometimes. It's better not to.
What?
Do you watch Marvel?
Not really.
Have you seen the movie Doctor Strange?
No.
Oh, well, for those who have seen the movie Doctor Strange or like Ant-Man, my head is kind of like a quantum realm. My head is like in different universes 90% of the time.
All the time.
Yeah. I don't really. My body is on Earth. My mind is on some type of super planet sometimes. Even things that make sense to me, I try to make them not make sense. Like, I understand, like, dinosaurs were here. But then again, like, I don't believe dinosaurs were here on, like, Earth. Do you? Like, I've seen alligators. They look dinosaurs. I feel like that was the actual dinosaur. But, like, the drawings of, like, the T-Rex and all those things, I don't know. Let's just say if you asked me if I was 100% sure about dinosaurs, I'm like 80-ish.
Okay.
Like, I've watched the Flintstones. I believe, like, I don't know. That's a whole different. That's a Matt's thoughts for a whole different topic, subject, different podcast. But let's keep on going with. Actually, this is a bad decision, but we're kind of going into just angry people. It's the holiday season. You just filled your bellies with, hopefully, just filled your bellies with nice Thanksgiving meal. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way? What'd you have? Did you cook or
No, I did not.
you went somewhere else?
Yep.
Do like a Friendsgiving?
It was a friend's family.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had, of course, the stuffing. By the way, that's another thing why some people call it stuffing, some people call it dressing. Whatever.
Dressing doesn't go in the turkey. Stuffing goes in the turkey.
That makes sense because like you're fisting the turkey with bread.
Sure.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, we did have turkey. I prefer ham. I believe ham is better for leftovers. But what?
I burped.
You like turkey? You prefer? Do you like white meat?
Or dark meat.
See, that's the thing. I don't. Ugh.
This is a ginormous mug, by the way.
Well, it's a pitcher, so if you just want to pour more water into your cup. Well, I mean, you could drink it from there. It looked like the mountain from Game of Thrones. I feel like that's what he would drink out of. Listen to that great sound that you could hear through the microphones.
Oh, I spilled.
Uh-oh, he R. Kelly'd himself. But yeah, so we had...
It's so cold.
Good. That means it's good. That's gonna be really nice, rushing down your throat, nice and cold. But yeah, so yeah, we had turkey, but I do prefer ham. I feel like it's better because I don't care for white meat. I feel like white meat is like, no matter how well you cook it, you could be Gordon Ramsay, Martha Stewart. It's still to me dry. It's like mummified. Are you trying to get that in camera? Yes, Justin relieved himself. We're not on a Zoom meeting. He decided to one-up our earlier topic and relieve himself while we're...
It's on my socks.
Good gracious, dude. You?
It's so cold.
Sometimes I feel like, well, not feel like. I know I'm not the smartest, but I do know how to pour water. Not really. That's why you hardly ever see me drink anything on here because I'm a klutz. Is that the right word, klutz? Like where you just knock over? Yeah. That's why you hardly ever see me because I'd use a lot of hand motion a lot of the time when I'm talking. I would just knock stuff over and fry like half of our equipment in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't knocked over the cup.
Yeah. But before our little rant, so we were talking about people just being angry. And another thing, especially up here, I don't know how it is in the other states, but you can't find liquor, like really any liquor stores open on Thanksgiving. So a lot of people, of course, went out the day before. When was Thanksgiving? Wednesday? A lot of people went out Tuesday night.
Thursday.
It was Thursday?
Yes.
So Wednesday night, a lot of people, I'm sure, went out to grab their liquor and stuff, have enough for that night, plus for Thanksgiving. And I'm sure a lot of people went to this certain store, which we have Aldi up here. Have you been to Aldi?
Yep.
I've never seen liquor at an Aldi.
No. There's the cat.
But yeah, so I was looking. Would you have it in your butt? All right, now. Like somebody's sniping in on me. But a lot of people went to this certain Aldi to grab their alcohol. And instead of being able to grab, their turkey, well, hopefully they weren't grabbing a turkey the night before because that thing needs to thaw. By the way, Sunday, throw out your leftovers.
No.
Yes, 3-4 days. Okay, we get it. This is Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 3 days. That's why people don't show up to work on Monday after Thanksgiving holidays because they have salmonella. They have that word. Salmon and vanilla.
How'd you fucking me up?
I almost said salmon negro, which that was way off. That's why I just cut myself short, even though I just came back and said it. Totally fine. But these people are going out to Aldi to go ahead and get their liquor purchases so they can have, all of their drinks while they're preparing their food or for Thanksgiving dinner. Because I'm sure that there's a lot of uncomfortable you always have like that one drunk grandma, granddad might still be back in his ways. You have, your black boyfriend over and your dad's like, oh, well, we used to own, never mind. But a lot of people just want to have their drinks just for the holiday. So imagine you go in, there's an Aldi next to you, you do your grocery shopping, you're ready to go over and buy your alcoholic purchases for Thanksgiving and the day before, and there's a crazy woman inside, knocking over everything, smashing, oh gosh, I don't even think, I'm not sure if it gives a number, but basically 500
bottles.
500 bottles.
$130,000 in damage.
Yeah, so basically made the dope guy, the guy trying to find his dope pipe for $7,000. She said, yeah, this week I'm going to up you on damages. And she was knocking over like good stuff too.
Oh, the whole aisle is filled
with broken bottles. And I think I also read that she threw a couple bottles at other customers. So basically, this woman decided, yeah, I'm going to, first of all, go into an Aldi, smash all of these bottles. First of all, I don't know what her problem was. I feel like she's on drugs. I feel like if you are smashing all that type of alcohol, I feel like you're probably on drugs.
Probably.
And you're probably not a drinker because you probably would have just stole them. You know what I mean? Some people, they can do both. I feel like she's more just doing PCP because the alcohol makes her not feel as well. Like she can't fly. She just has to pee. I believe I can fly and pee. R. Kelly reference. But anyway, and I don't know where she was, but maybe it wasn't snowing. So instead of throwing snowballs at other customers, she decided to also throw bottles at other customers. Have you ever been hit in the head with a bottle?
No.
I have. Let's just say it's not that fun.
I bet.
I've had it. Yeah, I used to have a knot on the back of my head. Do you know who Deadpool is? Like, he has the mask and then like that little lip on the back. That's kind of how I looked. It looked like somebody put a ornament and taped it on the back of my head, and it was like balls and pee.
That doesn't even make sense.
What?
Nothing.
Balls and pee? Makes sense to me. I got them. You got them. A lot of us have them.
Never mind.
Yeah. So, way to ruin everybody else's holiday. Hopefully, those people were able to get drinks elsewhere. Hopefully, she's in jail. And I think that she should have like that's alcohol abuse to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I know people say like alcohol abuse is like, which I know understand is a real thing, like where they abuse it and drink it. That's like on the other side of alcohol abuse to me. It's kind of like when you're at a party and somebody like just knocks over like the punch bowl, the spike punch bowl.
Who would do that?
Like somebody drunk, party foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have knocked over a whole table before.
Have you?
In my defense, it was on like the sawhorses, like you know what a sawhorse is?
Is that like at the playgrounds where like kids go up and down?
It's a seesaw.
So what's a sawhorse then? It's like a rocking chair?
No.
Is it a toy?
No, you shut up and let me fucking describe it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Never mind.
I've seen the sawhorse.
So it's two sawhorses with a board on top. It was like our ping pong table.
Oh.
That we were using for beer pong. And I leaned on it, not thinking, and it went flats.
Yeah. As much as a klutz I am, I've never like knocked over like a lot. There was one Thanksgiving though when I was in the military, and we went over to these other people's houses because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to the chow hall to eat Thanksgiving. So we went to this other people's house, playing spades, drinking. One of these guys was just standing there talking to me. And he seemed like he wasn't slurring his words, anything. He seemed perfectly fine. Like I knew he was drinking. I was like, maybe he just started or he's good with his alcohol. Standing there talking to me, and then just started leaning right and smashed through this glass table.
Oh no.
And here's the thing, like I just walked off. Cause I feel like I should have probably helped him up.
Yeah.
But then again, like I could have, it was a glass table.
So you just left him?
Like, wait, when I deployed, that's when, I'm with, yeah, I got you guys. I got your back. We're all one. I don't want to get glass shards in my fingers. Have you ever had that before?
Yeah, it hurts.
That's not fun.
No.
It's not fun at all. That and paper cuts.
Oh, can
Paper
we not
cuts.
talk about that?
Paper cuts between the knuckles or the side of your mouth.
Oh my god.
You rather talk about owl?
Shut up. I'm gonna fucking slap you.
I hope an owl gives you a paper
I'm
cut.
gonna.
But what? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into our next topic of angry people. So we've had jobs,
Yeah, I have.
and if there is a situation, this, by the way, is angry people. I don't think it's a bad decision because we work, and in return for that work, we get compensated.
Right.
And if you weren't compensated, I would be pretty pissed off. Mm-hmm. So there's a tradesman. They use the word tradesman. I think it's a construction worker. I don't know if it's like a new updated thing where you call them tradesmen. Like if there's a construction worker union. Sorry, my apologies from the Poddymouth podcast if I don't know. But he did his work on a building to put it, him and his other guys, they put it all together. He did not get compensated. And he did the same thing that I would do. He took a hammer and he started tearing it up. To me, I don't think he should be in trouble at all.
I mean, I can see why you would get mad.
Yeah, I mean, I would get upset. I mean, the only thing, here's one thing. I feel like you should get, for like different types of jobs, you should get compensated up front. Or like at least like half now, half later. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know about all their business practices, but I've seen, night walkers, prostitutes. Mm-hmm. From what I know, they get paid up front. Or at least like a half now, half later. I've never, dealt with a prostitute, but being in the military, I know a lot of night walkers. I was stationed in Japan. It happens. I know the stories. I've heard them. Some of them were women, some not. That's another story to get into. Oh. But yeah, you should, especially for those types of jobs, you should, I believe, get paid. I don't know if he was or was not paid up front half and then the other half. But either way, if I do the work and you don't pay me for it, I'm going to basically put it back to how it was. I'm going to tear it up. Just like going to church. If I put money in the offering plate and if the pastor says I'm going to be brief, which to me, brief, somebody preaching, brief is 10, 20 minutes. If I put money in the offering plate and he starts preaching for 2 hours, I feel like I should get that tithes and offering back for my time.
You're ridiculous.
That's why I don't go to church.
I just don't.
Yeah. I don't like the looks sometimes. Like sometimes they're judgy, not just like in general, but I don't like the looks I personally get. Like if we're in church, all of you, they talk about faith and, the faith, believe in God and have the faith of a mustard seed. If I don't have any cash on me, but I have faith in this scratch off that I hadn't scratched yet, I'm like, hey, I'm giving it to y'all. Y'all's faith, it might have been a $2 scratch off. Y'all's belief in Jesus, maybe it's a 10. Have you ever put a scratch off in a collection plate?
No.
Oh man, you should. I wish somebody just recorded me at church and I could do a compilation of things that I put in the collection plate. I put condoms in the collection plate before, like just one or two. Like it was old and it started to like I kind of opened it and looked and it kind of looked like half chewed gum. I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. I put that, but be safe and be well. Somebody else in the congregation might need it.
Oh my God. No.
I don't know who's sitting in the back that might have just came in church and, maybe they backslide and cheat on their wife. At least protect yourself. I put food stamps in the collection plate. I put, like I said, scratch offs. What else have I put? I put a challenge coin not a challenge coin, the things like the 30-day coin, like of recovery. I found one of those on the ground. I put it on in there, just in case the church needed to reuse it because, like, I know like there's alcoholics and people that come into church. I don't think the pastor's mind is on buying those coins. So there you go. I put peppermints in there, chewing gum. Let's just say, if I didn't have cash,
You just put whatever you found.
whatever I thought would be, good to help somebody else, I put in there.
Oh my God.
I put in, putting batteries. I'm like, no, by the way, do you remember those batteries where like you will push like that button, and then like the butt button or the button like on the butt of the battery, and it'll like show you how much juice was in there?
Button.
The butt of the battery, the butt button. You remember those batteries?
No.
I used to. That was one thing. That was probably the thing that I put the most in the offering plate. Was the batteries that's like still have like power. And then I was like, hey, y'all do what y'all do. This has probably 37% of power left, but y'all pray over it. Bring it back up to 100.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous.
Speaking of batteries, do you, like, I know a lot of black folks do this, or I do this too. If you have like a dead battery, do you just throw it away? You don't like put it in the freezer or like knock it against the table? I swear it works. I don't know the science behind it, but I've been able to like put them in my remote control, turn on the TV, get to Netflix, choose the show. Then it'll die again. So it's basically up to me to pick like a good show, like Schitt's Creek or something. By the way, I did a Schitt's Creek parody. So I might add that to the episode. Yeah, we're about an hour and 15 minutes in. We've got
one more topic.
Yeah, we do actually have one more.
Literally about to shit.
While we're getting, going from Thanksgiving to Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah.
It's the music, it's the movies, it's decorating, walking around seeing lights. I know they say it's better to give than receive. Presents, I'm talking about the other stuff. I like giving more. I don't really care tons to receive, but something that might lift just about everyone's Christmas spirit, unless maybe you're going off the edge and you don't drink or something. This New York couple finds, I believe, 66 bottles of whiskey.
I know. Oh,
From-
it's hidden in their walls.
In their walls, so their house walls, not
so cool.
she didn't have it up in her cooch, but I know 66 bottles won't replace however many that lady at Aldi, however you say it, but to find 66 bottles, and I think they're like over 100 years old. Is that still good, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Like, because I know people like put stuff like through the like alcohol and like wine and stuff like through the aging process, so it's probably better now, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only bad side that I could see to this story is if like both of them were recovering alcoholics
Yeah, that would
or like just got out of rehab.
probably not be the best.
They just got out of rehab, accidentally fell through the wall, and it's like, uh-oh. I don't know how you accidentally fall through a wall. I've accidentally fell into stuff and things like that. And I actually walked into a brick.
Oh, and it's a gay couple.
Oh, really?
Nick Drummond and Patrick Baker.
Oh, nice. So they have tons to celebrate. I wonder if they're gonna like sell it.
I have no idea.
But obviously they seem like they're pretty much set for the holidays for a lot. What would you do if you found, because you enjoy whiskey, right?
I love whiskey.
What would you do with 66 bottles? Would you give some away or keep them all? Have like a hell of a party?
I probably would do like a party and like, yeah.
I would take it to a rest home.
A what?
A rest home.
The fuck is a rest home?
Nursing home?
Why?
I feel like old people just like to drink.
This is true.
And I actually, different subject, but still like on the subject of nursing home. So a lot of times I like to go up and volunteer at the nursing homes. And there's this one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he always asks me every time I come if there's a way to sneak him Viagra.
What?
Yeah. This old guy, I think he's like 91 now. He always asks me every time I go visit him if there's a way that I could bring him some Viagra. I'm like, I mean, I can try. I don't exactly.
Why can't he just get it himself?
I think like I'm not sure. I don't know what type of. Well, I know nursing homes are expensive, so maybe it's cost for him. Maybe he doesn't have internet, Wi-Fi to be able to order it. I don't know, but next time I see him, I'm gonna see if I can bring him like Blue Chew or Viagra. Have you ever used that, by the way? Oh, I've used Viagra twice.
I don't necessarily need it, but it is interesting.
Here's the thing: if you try it, like my experience with Viagra, if you take it, you need to be using it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I just wanted to like see what it would do, and oh my goodness, I was basically like that trucker that we covered earlier. Like you need to have your sexual partner or whoever is going to be there to use it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't read everything. I just knew like after like 4 hours, call the police or
I'm not surprised.
call the Pope, somebody, the doctors, and so I had like one. I think I had like 6 or something. I took that one. I was like, yeah. It like was for me, but wasn't because I didn't set up. I didn't have everything in place. So the other 5 I just put in the offering plate. I don't know. We had a lot of old people at the church too. Maybe they're trying to make some heavenly babies.
Oh my God.
By the way, how old do you want to be? Like, do you want to live as long as you can?
Sure.
When I need to have Viagra, I'm fine being out of here. I don't want to just be walking around trying to do it and just have an al dente noodle to use. I need a hot dog like that's not boiled.
Gross.
Yeah, I need a chocolate covered banana to be rocking with. But if I'm just out here with a non frozen Twizzler, I don't see my purpose around here anymore. Maybe to bring joy, but that's why we have ornaments over there for Santa Claus, because he probably can't get it up either. And he needs, his jingle balls to work.
Oh, good God.
Hey, while we're on Viagra, see how I tied this in? Because we talked about whiskey, Viagra, whiskey dick.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I wonder why they used that alcohol, whiskey, for it. And it's not like brandy dick or E&J dick, White Claw dick, Bud Light dick, Bud Light balls. And that's a little, that's the things that I'm always thinking about in my head. It's like why I feel like whiskey has a lawsuit. The makers of whiskey should have a lawsuit. Be like, hey man, a lawsuit. Yeah. Like, hey, don't put our name in that. Like,
okay.
Makers of whiskey. Yeah, who's whiskey? Jack Daniels? Is that a whiskey?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
bourbon.
I don't know.
Whiskey.
I don't drink hard alcohol.
Black whiskey.
It's crazy that whiskey is hard alcohol. Hard. But whiskey dick is soft.
I'm done.
All right, so thank you for tuning in. That we can wrap it up right there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Poddymouth podcast. Once again, I'm one of your hosts, Matthew.
I'm Justin.
And thank you for, like I said, tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also, I did have a couple people email. So I do want to remind you, I do have the face that basically should be used to trick or treat by email. If you look into the description of our YouTube videos, there's a description, and in that you can see where you can visit basically just the audio version of the podcast as well. I know a lot of y'all don't like looking at my face. It's perfectly fine. We have one beautiful person on this podcast, and maybe we should name it Beauty and the Beast. But let's go ahead and do a quick wrap up. Go ahead. Merry Christmas. I almost said Merry Thanksgiving. Late Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Go get your ornaments. Don't jack off by the side of the road. Stop breaking bottles at Aldi. And if you find 66 bottles of whiskey in your house, share it with everybody else and don't have whiskey dick. The Poddymouth Podcast. Peace.
Peace.